This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Yeah, good Erev Shabbos. I want to share with you an amazing piece in the Ben La'ashri of the Tzadik of Ra'anana. The pasuk says, "Vayishar ach Noach." We know ach is a miyut, and the Gemara in Sanhedrin, Kuf Ches Amud Beis, quoted by Rashi, the lion came and bit Noach, and he broke his leg. So the Ben La'ashri wants to know, Noach worked so hard. He toiled so much, day and night, in supplying and supporting the animals, the oifos, the chayos, the behemoths, all of creation. Why was he punished? Why was Noach punished? And he became a balmum. And even if you'll say, well, this is begeder, what Chazal say is noira alila al bnei adam, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu did not want Noach to be the one to be makriv karbanos, but rather shame. The Alka Ruveni says, in the name of the Yoinas Elam, the Ramami Pano, that Hashem wanted shame to bring karbanos because Avram Avinu would come out from him and Klal Yisrael would come out from him. And the Mekubalim say that in shame was the neshama of Moshe Rabbeinu, who was the first Kohen Gadol that was Meshamis in the Mishkan. And therefore Hashem wanted Noach to be a Balmum because he wanted shame to do the Avodah. Well, Noach also had great neshamas in him, as the Megala Amukah says in the name of the Arizal. In the end of Parshas Truma, it says the word Nechoishes. In the beginning of Tetzav, it says the word V'ata. You combine the words Nun, Ches, Shin, Taf, V'ata. Noach, Shez, Moshe, that they're all from the same Shoresh. However, the Ben La'ashri says that when Noach came out of the Teva and the Satan was mishtatif with him, Rachman al-Atzlan, in planting the Kerem, and he became Nishtaker, so that Neshama left him. And he left the Madrega of Ish Tzadik and became Ish Adama. But nevertheless, even though, yes, maybe the Rebbeinu Shalom did not want Noach to be the one to be Makriv the Karbanos, but there had to have been some reason why the Rebbeinu Shalom did not want Noach to be Makriv the Karbanos. Like we find by Moshe Rabbeinu, when he didn't want to do the mission of Hashem, and he said, Lama zeh shalchtanu, Hashem said, okay, you're not going to go into Eretz Yisrael, but nevertheless, it was only when Moshe Rabbeinu sinned b'mei Meriva that's why he wasn't zeicha to go into Eretz Yisrael. So too by Noach, there had to have been some goyrem that's why Noach deserved that the lion should bite him, and then he would not be the one to be makriv the karbanos, and he would be a balmum. So the Ben La'ashri suggests as follows, and perhaps someone out there could find a basis for this. He quotes the Yemin Yosef, that the Gemara in Sanhedrin says, Kuf Ches Amud Beis, 3 were meshamish in the Teva, 3 had relations on the Teva, and one of them was the Oirev. And the Yemin Yosef says, and I don't know what the basis of this is, maybe someone has a makar, that Noach was choyshed, that the Oirev was meshamish b'she'enoi minoi. Now, we find in the Gemara says, the Oirev was circling the Teva because the Oirev suspected Noach of being meshamish with his ben-zog. So the Oirev suspected Noach, but where do we find that Noach suspected the Oirev of being meshamish b'she'enoi minoi? But that's what the Yemin Yosef brings down. Interesting sefer, the Yemin Yosef was written by Rabbi Yosef Binyamin Shimonowitz. But again, if somebody out there knows the source of this idea that Noach suspected the Oirev of being meshamish b'she'enoi minoi. Now we know from the Gemara in Shabbos Tzadik Zayin Amud Aleph that someone who's choyshed b'ksherim is stricken with their body. So because Noach was choyshed b'ksherim on the Oirev, this was the Siba that the Ari was shoyled over Noach to bite him, and instead his son became the Kayin, Malki Tzedek Shem, and so to speak, the Chisaron in Noach was choyshed b'ksherim, loike b'gufay. Wishing everyone an amazing Shabbos.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.